Friends, it's Magic with Melly here in my car. So I have been having anxiety, needing to push myself out of my comfort zone, and I have been wanting to travel and do tarot, and the easiest way to do that is by doing it out of my car. And it's no wonder why I have such anxiety thinking of doing it anywhere else or any way else, is because I haven't done the easiest way yet. So here I am, just channeling some messages here for my collective in public, because I don't give a crap who's seeing. All right, we're going to see what's up with the collective. It's going to be a short message. I'm going to be out for as long as the sun is out. So we have a sunset occurring. It's about 8 p.m. here right now. So I'm experiencing a sunset with you guys in my car. It's going to get dark, so I'm going to try and get some messages out before the dark hits. I feel like we need some light messages before the day ends, just to channel our highest good, because we have the death coming out. There's beginnings and endings, and I feel like y'all are really sad with the fact that certain connections have ended, or the way that something played out recently. And maybe some of you are afraid that this is an ending, all right? Because I'm getting some validation here with the King of Swords back of the deck, and my phone is going off. I'm getting security alerts, trigger alerts, notification alerts with some of the things I'm saying. 210 on the screen, 210. So I think that a situation that you think was progressing, it just didn't. And for good reason. King of Swords can be kind of a toxic energy, or an energy you don't really want to mess with around too much. King of Swords is an energy of things are in a specific order and things are said and done a certain way. But again, the reading here is just, don't be sad. Anyone can be anything. This is just to bring in some clarity or motivation or love, peace, protection, whatever you are needing at this time. Because I feel like with this death card being the first thing that comes out, it's just really indicative that whatever you had manifested, or something to do with your intuition, the High Priestess is reversed and the Magician, all these cards are reversed. So it's like you're coming out of resisting what Spirit has told you, essentially. I feel like you done known something about the situation for a long time. It's been making you upset, it's been making you sad for some time, I'm hearing. And the difference now is you're listening to your intuition, which is something that the person in the situation is not used to you doing this. You behaving or acting in a healthier in mind is what I'm hearing. Page of Swords reverse is like this is all just new energy for you or your person. It's like your person can change, you can change at any point. I'm hearing and I'm downloading that when you choose to be with someone or around someone, you are choosing to also attend millions of funerals of who they used to be. Who they are currently isn't going to be necessarily who they are tomorrow. Heartbreak. Some of you, there is a balance, rebalance, imbalance sort of issue with heartbreak. Someone in this situation operated off of imbalance and caused this heartbreak. There may be a lot of karmic people involved. Spirit is saying have strength. You and your person will be able to endure any karmic situationships, if there is true authenticity and clarity in the connection that has been shared so far in the connection. If not, someone has to come forward with some truth. Someone has to come forward with truth. If anybody wants anything to work out, there has to be complete truth. Hermit, the chance, in order for there to be an honest chance for the relationship, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, all that has to be revealed, because right now in this instance, again, anyone could be anything, so you have to authentically show yourself. Again, I'm reading anyone can be anything. Knight of Swords, you need to protect your energy, because again, back to anyone can be anything, you could choose to be more like the people in your surroundings, or the people in your surroundings can choose to be more like you. Whichever energy is stronger, that will dominate. So for example, if there's a whole lot of liars in a group, then what do you think is going to happen? A majority of the group is going to be like, eventually the entire group is going to be liars, or a majority of the group is liars, or there's going to be a segregation between the honest individuals and the lying individuals. Knight of Swords, if you're unsure, you need to hold space for yourself in order to maybe help yourself distinguish the difference. Maybe you're seeing a lot of mixed energies where it's like you guys spend a lot too much time together, and there's no separation. The Devil, there is separation energy or addictive energy. This is the World card as back of the deck. So it's like, in order to really see things as they are, or see your abundance, you're needing to detach here. You're needing to detach and see, protect your energy and see your situation honestly. Anyone can be anything, so they can literally say, make it look like anything as well. They can, you know, form, someone's wearing a mask for sure. They can make it seem like one thing, but it's really another. All right. But again, with this honesty and lies, anyone can be anything. So if you are honest with yourself and really put your effort forward 100%, you can truly be anything that you want, as long as you have the real focus there. Instead of just lying and saying that you are it, why don't you actually become it? There is a big distinction between like the types of energy that you're falling into. If you are sort of, I think there's like just distorted energy that's occurring in the collective that needs to be read with. King of Swords, we have the King of Swords again. There is just big heavy energy on, there's control here. Leverage, I'm hearing that there's like maybe key terms, keywords, trigger words, or even just someone is watching you, and like, because this King of Swords is utilizing like the connection or communication in a way that would benefit, I think, the individual. I think that this could be used in both a good context and a bad context. I was just realizing I started to channel that there isn't really wrong with someone studying you or watching you or understanding you, but it's like, if they're understanding you for what context? Are they trying to understand you to sabotage you, or are they trying to understand, like, because this is this kind of, what are you working on? Are you and there's this imbalance here. The Six of Pentacles keeps showing up, and the Magician reversed. So it's like you're manifesting someone who has a lot of control, but it's like, what type? Because we have the Emperor again, but it's reversed. We're seeing some toxic energies. We have someone who really likes being in control. Maybe they have OCD. Maybe they just have a masculinity type issue, whether they're too masculine or not masculine enough. We have this interesting energy, and it's like Spirit's saying to pull your energy towards yourself and be raw. You see how this bitch is and I say bitch, but it's like, you see this lady, she's like straight up naked, like she don't care. She's authentic, she's her, she's out in nature. She knows that the water is abundant, that she can pull water back into the source and also in a nourishing way towards others. There's so many symbols here that could be of importance here on the star card. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. I'm big time getting with the Hermit card that came out earlier. You might be dealing with a Virgo also, or you're a Virgo, or you have those placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have the Tower in reverse that came out on the floor. It made me pick it up. So quite literally, with things that fell apart, Spirit saying, if you're not resting from seeing, if you're not resting from stressing about the situation, or resting, period, meditating or processing or giving yourself space to grow, period, you need to be in this space. Four of Swords reverse is like you're not resting. It's as sort of like you feel like it's not safe to be away from the situation, but Spirit's saying it's actually recommended to be away from the situation. There's no room to grow. I'm hearing codependency. I'm hearing attachment issues or detachment issues, whichever one it may be. As like Spirit saying that you'll find the clarity you need by just giving space so that you could see if what you're seeing has been an illusion or if it's been truth. Some things are like you believe the situation to be what it is because maybe there have been words, or maybe the actions or energies say something for you. But if you're confused, Spirit saying hold space, because there is this, what you're focusing on is not doing you well right now. So place your focus somewhere else. Again, anyone can be anything, so you could bring that into like potentials. I think the other week I was talking about potentials being extreme good or extreme bad, and we can really let our imaginations run wild and we choose which one we manifest. There are struggles, and sometimes your person can't help you as much as you think that they should or need to or whatever. Like a lot of the work that you're asking of another is usually the work that is intended for you. Whatever you're asking of another, it's just that you haven't figured out how to do that of yourself. 9 of Cups, there is just a distortion of perception or perspective of you think this person's not showing up. Well, you're not showing up. See how you're not showing up in your own realm of being, right? You can be anything. As much as you're seeing your person as like your person can potentially be the best person in your life or the worst person in your life, well, you have yet to maybe choose that for yourself. Perhaps this confusion or projection, outward projection, is probably Spirit needing to remind you of yourself. Queen of Swords, because remember we had this King of Swords that kept repeatedly popping out. So it's like this Queen of Swords reverse is like Spirit wants you to look at you. You see all the toxic in another, but what about the toxic in you? What if you have created the toxicity in your situations, right? Anyone can be anything. What if you are the toxic that you're seeing in another? What if you are the good that you are seeing in another? And, right, if you are like, this person is like the love of my life, this person's the most beautiful, handsome person ever, well, they may see that, they may see you that way. The High Priestess reverse, as much as you are seeing them, they're probably seeing you, or as much as you're not seeing them, they're not seeing you, or vice versa. If there's something that's in alignment, you'll feel it. If it's not in alignment, you'll also feel that. Again with the Star, and then behind the deck, Judgment reverse. y'all have had interesting judgments on where you're placing your energy, and then because you feel this way, you feel disconnected from your 3D, and that's because you're connected to the 5D, to your psychic. So I recently have been downloading information as far as that goes, as far as like when you're one with source, you're gonna feel very detached, or need to be very detached from everything else. But when you're connected with everyone else, that is when source is just letting you be in control. Like there's this, like the universe is in control, and then there's you that's in control. So if you have always had like a control freak or control kind of syndrome, universe is saying relax, because you're not letting them help you. They're not letting, this tower situation undo what's not meant for you. You're not trusting here. You're just fighting your blessings, really. It's like anyone can be anything. The universe wants you to be able to be anything that you want. So it's like if you're fighting, you learned some lessons, and now like maybe friends, jobs, situations, things are falling apart because it's up, like you're ready for an upgrade, and universe is like, all right, these people you don't know yet, but they ain't coming along, and it's heartbreaking. We had that 3 of Cups come out earlier, or 3 of Swords come out earlier. So it's like you really don't want to go through this heartbreak, but it's like intuition, your spirit saying you have to. Change is inevitable. Break away the sadness, like be excited for what's next. I mean, give yourself that time and space to grieve, and be, and connect to source, and be like, all right, I'm trusting that since I'm disconnected from everything, it's because I need to be one with myself and one with source. And in this time and space, I'll see what's meant for me. Hold yourself that time. Give yourself that time. Because there's this, I just don't like seeing the High Priestess reverse. I'm going to flip that for y'all, because the High Priestess here, when I see the High Priestess card in readings, she's balanced. She's not black. She's not white. She's not good nor bad. She's balanced. She knows the best of both worlds and can grow her manifestations. This is what I feel from the High Priestess, and this was in reverse. So it's like y'all are manifesting some crazy energy and need to get this stuff cleared up by just vibing alone. Okay, don't be sad when you're alone. Like, I think the sadness when you're alone is just due to, abandonment, or even like it's like loneliness that doesn't really make sense, because you're choosing. I think loneliness occurs when you are in a room full of people and you can't connect with them the way that you want to. But if you are alone and you choose to be alone, there's just a different feeling of you want that space. You have this space is something where you can give caring and nurturing energy for yourself. But some of you don't know what this practice feels like. So rather, when you're by yourself, it's like you have this abandonment thing, and it's an abandonment thing with yourself. I mean, it may have stemmed or started or developed with a parental thing or a sibling thing or a relationship thing, but it does start with yourself, with something that wasn't healed or understood the first time it happened, or the several few times it happened. So when you begin to practice the self-compassion and practice, this time with yourself, what to do in this time and space with yourself. Do you have a hobby? Do you have something that you do that would make you feel better? Such would be, doing your nails. I do my own nails. I do my own hair. I have a whole self-care routine that is both for my everyday and also when I need an extra boost. Do you guys have anything like that? And then like just make sure that you guys have preparedness for any type of emotion or situation that you may be going through, and even just go with the flow of even maybe new ideas or even being inspired by someone, because I think y'all have been just really done dirty and don't know like what to do or how to process. And it's like Spirit saying none of that is your responsibility to process or even understand. That your own responsibility and your own obligation is to take care of yourself and your surroundings. You know, make sure to take care of the surroundings. Like, and what I mean by that is like address it. Is my surrounding, is what's in my surrounding benefiting me, or is it not benefiting for me? But now that it is darker outside, I'm going to close this reading. Thank you so much for attempting to be a part of tonight, and you know, sharing my first time being out here. My throat chakra is closing up, so it must mean I've said all that I could on the situation. The Hermit reverse. Some of you are maybe can't see or feel how you can find this time for yourself, and it really can start with 30 seconds to a minute every day, or in the beginning or end of your breaks at work, in the beginning or end of your day. Just maybe say an affirmation and be like, I am loved, protected, and respected. This is a new day. Or I'm, you know, whatever you would like. I can be anything. They can be anything. And we're going to call it in a good way. I could be anything in a good way, and they could be anything in a good way. We're going to manifest good thoughts, keep good thoughts going in our time and space that we spend alone, because we can be our own worst enemies. Let's remember that. We could be our own worst enemies. And so look to higher vibrations. Stay in high vibrations, because when you do this, you'll be successful. Four of Wands is success energy, being celebrated, being rewarded. I'm hearing marriage is coming in, your partner or career goal or focus, vacation. There's just this celebratory energy that you'll be in just by holding a positive thought or a positive goal and believing it's going to happen. Just holding that focus. Believe. I can be anything. I can be anything, especially if you put as much of your energy or efforts towards your focus, towards that main goal. You can definitely manifest that. And I truly mean that with manifesting singing a better voice. You just need to start saying, I am blank. Whatever it is that you want to be, I am blank. You will become that. As long as it's, you know, not something that's like, that's something that you can actually, that like, if you can dream it, then you can be it. Like, you know, if you have actually envisioned it or thought of it, the fact that you can think of it is the possibility. The fact, like, the possibility is there if the thought has occurred to you. And so manifesting it is, if you see a repeat dream or a repeat thought, it's probably because the energy is being sent to you or you are creating it. Be mindful of the types of energies or thoughts that rise up, and really keep focus on your manifestations. All right, it's gonna get too dark up in here, and I think that all the messages are out. peace out, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of my first travel tarot. Maybe there'll be a ton more in so many different new cities and places and things. So take care. Goodbye.